New timelines available, elevated psychic senses, and healing the intractable. Hello there, glorious miracle. This is Alysa Rushton with your June 2023 energy update for light leaders, sensitives, starseeds, intuitives, and amazing awakened ones like you. If you are new here, welcome. Please drop a comment below so I can personally say hi and welcome you. And if you always come for these energy updates, then please be sure and pop me a comment below, say hi so I can thank you for being a part of this growing community of light leaders. And if you want to know how to become an energy intuitive yourself or to learn how to use energy in your coaching or healing practice, I've got a link below for you that you can check out our Divine Light Energy Healers Academy, where I teach light leaders, healers, coaches, doctors to work with advanced levels of energy and light so that you can help your clients get amazing transformations while raising your vibrations too. Here's how these energy updates work. First, I'm going to walk through the main energy themes that you can expect and work with this month. And then towards the end, I'll do some tips and takeaways. So let's dive into this month's energy update. And the first energy that's coming through is a 2020 and 2023 timeline merge. So let's really dive into this here and talk about this for a second. I want you to think back to where you were right now as of the moment you're listening to this in 2020. Where were you? What were you doing? What were you wanting to create for yourself? What were you wanting to have in your life? Odds are right now in 2023 that you are on that track, meaning that your life is going to look a lot more like what you were hoping and wishing it looked like back in 2020. And what is happening is that there's a gap that's moving you into this new timeline of this 2023 timeline that you thought you were going to be on back in 2020. And between now, the moment you're listening to this, and the sort of end parts of August, you are going to be working your way through building up this new timeline. So it can feel very weird because there's lots of old that's still falling away here, and lots of old stuff that's sort of cracking off in chunks for many of you. But what I'm seeing is literally an image of somebody who was thinking that there was going to be a very particular outcome in June of 2020, and then it sort of all crumbled to pieces. It didn't come through as you thought it would. It didn't go as planned. And ultimately, it's felt kind of like you were on this side junket, so to speak, for the last 3 years. And so now this timeline merge is bringing in lots of new energies. You can create what you want. And this is really about you creating from a place of self-worth instead of self-lack. So if you are not really feeling this fully, you may very well still be working through some pieces of dealing with a lack of internal worth. So if that's you, one of the most important things you can do is go within your heart, go within your energy system, and really clean up and attune and attend to those parts of you that never felt worthy, that felt like, for whatever reason, that you couldn't be worthy in this lifetime. And now's the time to clean that up, because what's coming forward in the next years to come is a new worth and a new value codes here on the planet. And that's going to require you to be in a new frequency. Remember that the new earth, the 5D earth, comes in and through your physical body. It doesn't come in through any other way. It's not going to happen outside of you first. You're not going to see it outside of you first. It literally has to be birthed in and through your body, in and through your energy system. So if there's part of you that's holding on to these old self-worth codes and patterns and frequencies, then now's the time to do some really deep work on unpacking that from your system. And it's really the time to decide what comes with you and what stays where it's at. Between now and the end of August, there's going to be a lot of old stuff that's still falling away, chunking off, so to speak, and that it's your time to really create what you want from new levels of self-worth. Now, you might have to really start to balance some things out in your life. And here's something that's really going to be important for you is to stop connecting with what is broken. So there's a part of the energy system, and they're showing me this picture very strongly right now, as both a man and a woman who are working at a job, but that job's really broken. There's parts of it that are broken, and they keep connecting with it. They keep going back and re-engaging instead of opening up to the new energy of making a living that's there for them right now. They're so sort of locked into making a living in this old way, but it's a very broken way. So I'm not exactly sure who that message is for, maybe many of you, it looks like, but you have to literally stop connecting with what is broken. So you want to start to look at your life, your day, your friendship circles, your eating, your environment, and really ask, what's broken here and why am I still connecting with it? As we look more deeply at the 2023 timeline, this for many of you is going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm finally on my path. Oh my gosh, I can finally do this thing that I've been wanting to do, or it's finally time to be done with this thing that I've been wanting to be done with for a long time. So it's a completion, it's an ending, it's a new beginning, it's all of that all at once, and it can feel like a lot. I do want to say that this timeline merge isn't a gentle one, so to speak. It's a really big packet of energy coming in, redirecting you, so to speak, to get back on the highway of your main soul's mission, your main soul's path. There will be other redirections if you don't take this on-ramp or off-ramp, but this is a big frequency of energy. So one of the biggest things you can do here, besides stop connecting with what's broken, is daily set aside some of your attention to attuning to what it is that you want to create, attuning to those frequencies in your life. Is it the frequency of bliss? Is it the frequency of joy? Is it the frequency of peace and ease? Whatever frequencies that you would like more of, spend time every day attuning to those. Maybe it's just you lying in your bed, and as simple as that, just attuning to some frequency. How you attune to something is you think about it. You allow the frequency to flow in and through your body. So daily taking time to attune to that which you are wanting to create. And remember that 5D earth comes in and through you. So the more you're feeling frustrated, or the more you're feeling lack or limitations, you're accidentally creating still on that 2020 timeline, versus the more you attune to those new frequencies of bliss and joy and pleasure and ease and self-worth, you're creating on the 2023 timeline. You want to make sure and check in with where you're at every day. What are you attuning to? The next energy that is coming in really strongly this month is the crystalline heart technology versus AI technology. So let me say that again, the crystalline heart technology. And a lot of you have been hearing about crystalline codes, crystalline bodies, and I'm pronouncing it crystalline for a reason, because it's that Christ consciousness, not associated with any religion here, okay? Not associated with anything other than that Christed, Buddhic, highest ascended master of love, unity, consciousness, frequency that's coming into the planet, that crystalline heart technology versus the AI technology. So the crystalline heart technology, by the way, which is coming in through our sun, and it's one of the reasons why it's really important for you to be out in the sun, taking in sunlight through your body, because sun equals light, light equals photons, photons equal information. Okay, so you're getting new information through that sunlight, and it's really important for you to uptake as much of that sunlight in and through your system as feels comfortable to you, so that you can get this new crystalline heart technology. Now, we talked about at the start of this video, elevated psychic senses. This crystalline heart technology is bringing on your psychic senses in full blast. Many of you are realizing that you are a body channel, or you can remote view, or you can do blind readings, or you just have this incredible sense of knowing what's right for you. And you don't need to maybe go get something checked out. You just know that's what the case is, and then you go get yourself checked out, and sure enough, that's the case. So you are having an amplification of your crystalline heart technology, and the purpose for this is you are the most advanced piece of equipment here on the planet. You have access to the highest level of light and information, and what has stopped you from accessing that for eons is the notion that it is outside of you, that you've got to get this information through somebody else, you've got to get it through a psychic, or you've got to get it through the internet, or you've got to get it through books. And the truth is that you can access highest intelligence, highest wisdom, crystalline information through your system, through your energy system. Now, there is a big push for AI technology to come through and sort of usurp that action, okay? And if you can think about AI technology as the new religion. So forgive me for those of you who are still going to church and actively participating in your religious processes. However, religion was made by mankind. Religious ideology has not much to do with spiritual insight and spiritually being attuned, okay? Spiritual wisdom. Religion is man-created. It's a lot of man-made ideology and dogma, and spirituality is a direct connection between you and source energy. And that direct connection, the more you foster it, the more you will have access to all of your DNA. You will be able to turn all of your DNA on. You will have access to do incredible things in your body. The AI technology is sort of the equivalent to religion in terms of it is trying to shift your attention away from being able to do this yourself. Just like religions tried to shift your focus away from the fact that you had a direct connection with source energy, same thing is true for AI technology. It's trying to divert your attention to the knowing that, or the notion rather, that you've got to get your information through AI, that you should have AI create your information for you. So there's a bit of a choice point to start to make here. Now, if you heard my 2023 year-long energy updates, then you heard me talk about that we are going to come to a choice point very quickly with AI technology. And so we're starting to get into that. You're starting to see AI technology really flood the planet. And there is no right or wrong when it comes down to it. You will learn through either pathway. You will grow through either pathway. And there are those of you who are here to sort of bridge both pathways. Some of you are going to feel called to completely unplug from the internet, from the gram, from YouTube, from some of these platforms. Some of you are going to still be on these platforms, and others of you might really be even helping people to advance the ball with AI technology. You might be supporting businesses who are including a lot of AI technology in their businesses. You might be a coach or a mentor to some of these businesses. So there is no wrong path here. And what's really important to remember is you will grow and learn through both paths. However, the AI pathway is really designed to get you more disconnected from your sources of energy, disconnected from the present moment. And the present moment is where we create our best lives from. The present moment is where all your energy is generated from. The present moment is where instantaneous miracles happen and infinite healing happen. It is a bit of a human program that's coming through, trying to, again, divert your energy. And so you really want to just be careful of what you're connecting with and how much time you're connecting, and to, no matter what pathway you're on, even if you're supporting somebody in the AI technology worlds, even if you have a business that's in the AI technology yourself, you do want to make sure to keep that crystalline heart technology coming online by attuning to it every day. And that means setting aside time consciously to consciously connect with your higher self, higher sources of wisdom, higher universal energies, bringing it in and through the body, bringing it in and through the heart. And that's going to really be helpful for you. Remember that part of your role here is to act as a frequency booster. So we are very similar to cell phone technology. And like cell phone and radio waves, there's got to be a receptor for those radio waves. And then that receptor broadcasts it out. So I want you to think about your cell phone like your body. And your cell phone is bringing through radio frequency, okay, wireless frequency, and it can also transmit wireless frequency. And your cell phone can be a hotspot. You can literally hook your computer up to your cell phone and it's that hotspot. Your body is the same thing. So if you can think about it this way, you connect up your body every day into higher wisdom, higher light, higher crystalline energies. You consciously direct that energy in and through your body. You anchor it down into the planet consciously, and then you act as a broadcasting station so that other human beings around you can attune to that frequency. Make no mistake, this is how it happens. That 5D consciousness comes in and through your body. So this is a big energy happening right now. There's a big push to distract people from this work, from connecting in, distract them with technology, distract them with all these cool things that they can create with AI and get them more sucked into that world. Due to the nature of this technology and how it was created, there is an addictive component of this technology. It was designed to be addictive. It was designed to give you dopamine hits. So you do want to start to check in with yourself when you are working on the computer, when you are working with your phone. Are you being in an addictive cycle? And if so, really give yourself a chance to start to unplug a little bit more, because ultimately you get to decide where your energy goes. You get to decide where you focus. And the more you are focused on nature, the more you are focused on connecting with humans, the more you are focused on doing things that light you up, that are not technology focused per se, the more you expand, the more your energy expands, and the more you are helping both yourself and the planet. Unfortunately, technology has a lot of negative impacts on the physical body, and EMF waves actually keep the body from being able to fully heal. And so this is my next energy up, which is healing the intractable. So if you are dealing with something that has felt intractable, one of the things that you can start to do is unplug even more from technology, get yourself out in nature even more. Getting yourself out and away from technology will be important in helping your body to heal. So let's talk about this energy of healing the intractable. It's a big one, and many people right now on this beautiful planet of ours are in a massive health struggle. If you are in a health struggle, or if you're feeling your health isn't where you'd like it to be, I first want you to know that you're not alone, and that many light workers, starseeds, intuitives, and amazing people like yourself are going through this right now. If you are dealing with this, in general, what I'm being shown is this is a process of the nervous system and the heart that's trying to upgrade. Ascension comes in and through the body. That's the only way it can happen. It comes in and through the 3D physical. And so we are being challenged, okay? If you can look at it this way, we're being challenged to clean up ourselves and our nervous systems even more. So I'm being shown an image of a person who has a really healthy diet. They're gluten-free and they're dairy-free, and they've been doing a fabulous job at being healthy and getting out in nature and taking walks and just enjoying life. And then all of a sudden, they're sort of walloped with all of these health challenges. Now, a couple of key components about this. These health challenges, if you are dealing with this or know somebody who is, are going to feel reminiscent of what you've dealt with in the past. Okay? So it's going to feel like, oh gosh, this is what I've dealt with before. I've been here, done that. It's going to give you a little taste of that. So if it's a broken bone you're dealing with, odds are you broke a bone in the past, or you hurt something on your physical body, and now you're having to deal with that again. If you had a particular disease, okay, and now it feels like, even though you might not be sure that you have a diagnosis, it feels like in your body you're having to deal with that again. So all of this is coming up, and what it's doing, the action of this is getting you to heal your heart, cracking the heart center even more widely open than it already is. And I do want to mention that you who are listening to this already have a really cracked open heart center. So you might be thinking, oh my gosh, how can this be? I don't know how I can crack open even more. And the truth is, you can, and you're doing it. So the first thing to remind yourself is you can, and you're already doing it. You're also being called into healing the nervous system. So as we move forward in the world and creating a new earth, one of the things that we've got to remember is right now on planet Earth, we have a bunch of substances in our world that really impact the nervous system. These are foods, how they're chemically processed. These are artificial scents that are in things like your laundry detergent and in perfumes. We have so many things that are in our soil, grown in our food, that are adversely impacting our nervous system. So part of what you're going through is an excavation to clean out your nervous system even more, to clean out your diet even more, to do some healing on past injuries and past illnesses. And the biggest part of this is installing a new frequency in your DNA that allows you to heal the intractable. So literally, it's a new frequency. And I don't know if you can actually feel this coming through right now, but I'm feeling this and seeing this so strongly. It's a new frequency getting downloaded in your DNA, in your physical body and in your light body, that's assisting you to actually heal. And for many of you, this is going to be the keys and codes to heal that thing in your body that has felt intractable, that has felt like nothing you do moves the needle. This time, the needle's going to get moved. And so one thing that you can do is start to ask to receive this frequency daily. Ask to receive these instantaneous healing codes. Guess what? This is not new. Many healers on the planet have held these frequencies and these codes of instantaneous healing. And now you can too. Many religious texts talk about the second coming of a Messiah. Guess what? That's you. You are the second coming. You are the one bringing through these frequencies and codes. You are the one who's supposed to install these sequences in your DNA of being able to heal instantly, being able to help others heal instantly, being able to create exactly what you need in the moment. This is what we are transitioning to as humans, and it's got to come in and through the body. So here's what I'm also seeing though, as these codes are coming through, there is a little resistance to digging in and digging deep. So if you are dealing with something, if you are in that place where you are just being challenged with your health, do take a look at, is there any places and spaces where you are in resistance to digging in and going really deep? This process may very well require you to go in and dig deep and say, I now command whatever this is out of my body. I no longer give my consent to having this in my system, whatever this is, and really shifting your frequency around it, but also shifting the frequency of the physical things that you're doing with yourself. You may just have to set aside certain foods because those foods actually do not come from a natural source. They're factory produced. While they might be tasty and delicious, we are moving to a time where we are being called into eating more natural foods as they were created. So for example, eating an apple as it was created instead of Apple Jacks, eating the coconut as it was created versus eating the coconut ice cream, which I know is delicious. However, it is filled with a lot of these things that actually work against the body and the nervous system. And quite frankly, even though these things are labeled as foods and we find them in the food section of the grocery store, they're technically not nourishing to your body. They're not nourishing to your system. So if you are healing something right now, do take a look at digging in and going really deep underneath the core of what's going on with you. Do take a look at cleaning up all the things that are affecting your nervous system. This does feel at its core, for many people, sort of viral and bacterial based, and looking into some protocols for that. So if that's you, what I want to leave you with is the understanding that you are in the midst of going through a really pretty hardcore lesson around your ability to heal the intractable. And you're getting this lesson so that you can scoop away some of the things that are interfering with your healing, and so that you can download these new codes of instantaneous healing, because that is where we're going. Now, the last energy that I want to talk about today is installing soul love. Installing soul love is something that we are going to get a chance to do on a massive scale here. And this is an energy that you'll hear me talk about through the rest of this year and through 2024 through 2026. Because what happens when a civilization is so polarized and divided is that we often want to say how wrong the other person is, and we often want to find reasons to be divided. And at the soul level, what we are learning here is how to love and be loving. And so we're going to get some opportunities this year and beyond to anchor in soul love for ourselves, but also be loving towards others, no matter where they are at with things. And if you can think about this like a little kid, when a little kid is learning to do something like tie their shoes, getting mad at that child if they're not doing it well is not useful or effective. right? Encouraging the child, giving the child lots of love and, you can do this is the frequency that's very helpful for them. So if you can think about your fellow humans here on the planet, the ones that you are diametrically opposed to, if you can start to send out the frequency of soul love to them, it will be very helpful both to your energy system and to theirs. If you need some support with that, by the way, there's a great book out there. Sanaya Roman writes this book, and it is called Soul Love, and I highly recommend her work. Actually, all of her books are fabulous. So Sanaya Roman, Soul Love. But this is the frequency that's really coming online in the planet right now. And by the way, it's a lesson that we've been working through for a very long time. We're just going to have some real opportunities to start to work through that on a very conscious level. And speaking of a conscious level, one of the things that you're noticing right now is that the transition time between when you notice something and your ability to shift it is very short. The transition time between things we're seeing in our reflection with our friends and family, we can very quickly look and go, okay, I can see how that's coming from me as well. So right now we are being guided to increase the soul love, but the soul light is also being increased. So we're seeing in the mirror of our reality all of these things that are coming through that we can start to work on and focus on within ourselves. And I'm seeing an example of a woman they're showing me who has been going around for the last few years of her life, sort of complaining about how much other people complain. Okay, and now she finally is realizing she goes out to dinner with a friend. They're showing me in this picture, she's out to dinner and she's seeing this friend complain, and she's literally sitting at dinner going, I wish this friend wouldn't complain. And then she gets the awareness in that moment that, oh, this is an energetic pattern that's within me, the woman who's been complaining about the people complaining, and she can go, oh, this is my pattern, this is my projection, this is a part of my energy that needs to be cleaned up at this time. And so what you're finally able to see, due to the amount of soul's love and that Christed energy, that soul's Christed consciousness coming through, is that you're going to be given all these experiences out in the outer world, and you're going to almost instantaneously see where that's been your energy on the inside of you. So it's basically like we're no longer able to point the finger at the others. And I literally am seeing all the fingers pointed back towards yourself, right? And so no more pointing the fingers outward. You're going to start to bring it back in, and anything in your world that you're not liking, you're going to just flip it back around and say, how am I running this program? How am I projecting this out in the world? And then ask for the download to start to shift it. Okay, let's talk now about some tips and takeaways. That was a big download. Once again, that 2020 and 2023, merging the timelines, you really are going to get a chance to create what you want and feel more of your self-worth. Again, if you're really far away from that, maybe your finances are just in the pooper right now. If that's the case, then it's time to go within, and it's time to do some journaling about where you might not have felt you deserved to receive abundance, where you might not have felt to be well compensated for your work, and really asking some questions around that. Where did I learn my current program around abundance? Where did I learn my current program about being compensated for my work? Where did I learn my current program about how hard I have to work for the abundance that I get? would be another question that would be really important for you to journal on. You want to stop connecting with what is broken. So take a look at your life and really look, what actually is broken and how are you still connecting with it? And I'm literally seeing this picture of a vase that's shattered in 1,000 pieces, and it is not going to ever come back together again in that way. And so it's time to really think about, where can you focus on creating the new? Where does your energy want to be looking that's new and fresh? Where is it that you can start to connect with something that's aligned for your new now energies? And how can you start to stay in that frequency of focusing on that which you want to create? Even if you are not in the best place right now, that's okay. The more you focus on that which you want to create and keep your focus and attention there, the more you will move through this time. In addition, if what is broken is your business or something to do with how you make your money, take some time this next week as we bring in the full moon and start to ask the question of what really lights you up. If you could get paid to do anything, what would that be? Part of the process that we're going through right now is unplugging from very unhealthy structures and ways of making money. You know, right now on the planet, people make money from all sorts of things that are horrible for the planet and horrible for humanity. And so part of this, again, this bringing through this 5D ascended planet is us unplugging from structures that are broken. And that has to happen in and through the body. So be thinking about those questions. How can you plug into something that lights you up, where you get paid to do what you love, where you get abundance from actually being of service in the world? And asking yourself, how much of your day are you connecting with that crystalline heart technology versus electronic technology, AI technology, anything that is, and really setting aside some time to be in nature, to attune yourself to the frequency of nature, to attune yourself to the frequency of the sun, obviously within reason for your skin type, but allowing that sunlight to penetrate your eyes, drinking in that sunshine, if only for just 8 seconds. In our Divine Light Energy Healers Academy, we do a light pulling process where we talk about how to properly pull light in through your body so that you can convert it and use it as frequency and information. And you can do that now. You can start to look at the sun shine as it comes up above your horizon, wherever that is, and just gaze into it for 8 seconds to start, just 8 short seconds, with the intention of connecting in with new light and frequency and information. If you are in a healing process, I really want to remind you of something. You are here in this lifetime as your healing lifetime. This is the healing lifetime. This is a lifetime where we heal the timeline rifts. This is a lifetime, if you're listening to this right now, it is no accident. This is a lifetime where we heal the Atlantean and the Lemurian breaks in civilization. You are here to heal that. You are here to do something different. You are here to ascend this planet, and that is requiring you to do a little bit of digging in and going deep. However, my strong feeling and what I'm being shown for those of you who are listening to this right now, you will heal the intractable. You will heal this situation in your body. Now, there are many people obviously making their rainbow bridge journey off this planet right now, and that's okay. But if you are listening to this right now, that isn't you. You are going to heal this, and you'll have many, many years of fabulous health and feeling really great because you dug in, you did the work, you cleaned out yourself as a vessel of bringing in 5D Earth. So with that, I hope you loved this episode. And if you have somebody who is going through a health challenge, please do feel free to share this episode with them. I'd also love to hear your light bulb moments and your ahas. So please put them down below. I'm so curious to know what you're feeling and sensing for yourself in June. Plus, I really love seeing your takeaways and I love helping you hold the vision. Definitely pop those below. Also, when you share this video and you like it and you subscribe, that really helps me and the channel. So I appreciate all the likes and the subscribes. And if you haven't yet, be sure to get your Raise Your Vibration Toolkit. The link is below and you can use the coupon code 2023 to get it for free. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm sending you so much love and healing energies for June. Keep me posted how you're doing. I love you and bye for now.